Have you ever wondered how your online transactions stay secure? This isn't magic, folks. It's cryptography, the unsung hero of our digital lives. Cryptography is a critical pillar of information security, working behind the scenes to keep our data safe and our privacy intact. Imagine you're sending a secret message in a bottle across the ocean. You wouldn't want any curious seagull or snooping sailor to read your message, right? That's where cryptography comes in, scrambling your message into a complex code that only the intended recipient can decipher. Whether it's securing your online shopping, protecting your emails, or keeping your social media chats private, cryptography is the key. It's our first line of defense against cyber threats, turning our digital world from an open book into a locked treasure chest. There are different cryptographic techniques out there, each with its strengths and weaknesses. But one thing is certain. Without cryptography, our digital world would be a playground for hackers and malicious actors. First off, let's dive into symmetric cryptography. This is a type of encryption where the same key is used for both the encryption and decryption process. Think of it like a secret handshake. Both parties need to know it, and it's the same whether you're saying hello or goodbye. Symmetric cryptography is often used in a variety of applications. It's the backbone of secure email communications, ensuring that your sensitive emails are not easily intercepted and read by unauthorized parties. It's also the powerhouse behind virtual private networks, or VPNs, encrypting your data as it moves across the internet. There's a beauty to its simplicity. Symmetric cryptography is fast and it's efficient, making it ideal for systems where large amounts of data need to be encrypted quickly. However, as with all things, it has its drawbacks. The major problem with symmetric cryptography is the key distribution. That secret handshake we talked about earlier? Well, both parties need to know it beforehand. This means the key must be shared securely without interception. If the key is compromised, the entire system's security is at risk. This is known as the key distribution problem and is the biggest challenge when it comes to symmetric cryptography. So while symmetric cryptography is fast and simple, the need to securely share the key can be a major hurdle. It's a balancing act between speed and security, and a perfect example of how in cryptography there's no such thing as a free lunch. Now, let's switch gears and look at asymmetric cryptography. This cryptographic method, unlike its symmetric counterpart, uses not one but two keys, a pair of keys, if you will. One key is public, out in the open for everyone to see and use, while the other is private, kept secret and close to the chest by the owner. When you want to send a message, you use the recipient's public key to encrypt it. Once encrypted, the message can only be decrypted using the recipient's private key. This is the beauty of asymmetric cryptography. It ensures that only the intended recipient can decrypt and read the message. Now you might be thinking, where is this used? Well, it's used in a variety of applications. One common use is in secure website connections such as HTTPS. When you see that little lock icon in your browser's address bar, that's asymmetric cryptography at work, ensuring your connection to the website is secure. Another use is in digital signatures, which are like the electronic equivalent of a handwritten signature or a stamped seal. They provide a layer of validation and security to electronic documents, ensuring the authenticity and integrity of the message. As for the advantages, the big one is that there's no need for secure key distribution. Remember how in symmetric cryptography we had to figure out how to securely share the key? Well, with asymmetric cryptography, that problem is solved. The public key can be freely shared without compromising the security of the message. However, it's not all roses. Asymmetric cryptography has its downsides. The main disadvantage is that it's slower than symmetric cryptography. The mathematics involved in the encryption and decryption process are more complex, which means it takes more time to encrypt and decrypt messages. So, in a nutshell, asymmetric cryptography solves the key distribution problem, but it can be slower due to the complexity involved. Finally, let's delve into hash functions, another crucial cryptographic technique. Picture a magic box into which you can put any amount of data of any kind. Out of this box comes a fixed size string of characters, regardless of the size or type of the data you put in. That's essentially what a hash function is. It's a process that takes input data and transforms it into an output of a fixed size. Now, why is this useful? Well, one primary application is in password storage. When you set a password on a website, that password is often hashed and then stored. When you log in, the password you enter is hashed again, and if the two hashes match, you're granted access. It's a way of storing passwords without actually storing the real password. Hash functions are also used for data integrity checks. It ensures that the data has not been tampered with during transmission by comparing the hash value of the sent data with the hash value of the received data. The advantages of hash functions include quick verification and collision resistance, which means it's highly unlikely for two different inputs to produce the same output hash. However, one major disadvantage is its irreversibility. Once data is hashed, it cannot be reversed or decrypted to retrieve the original data. Hash functions provide a quick way to verify data, but once hashed, data cannot be retrieved. So, we've explored 3 key cryptographic techniques today. We began our journey with symmetric cryptography, a technique where the same key is used for both encryption and decryption. Its simplicity and speed make it a go-to choice for many, but it also has its limitations, such as the problem of key distribution. We then dived into the world of asymmetric cryptography, a more complex system that uses 2 separate keys for encryption and decryption. This technique, while slower than its symmetric counterpart, provides a robust solution to the key distribution problem, enhancing security. Finally, we looked at hash functions, which are essential for ensuring data integrity. These functions generate a unique hash value for each unique input, making them instrumental in detecting any alterations to data. Choosing the right cryptographic technique depends on the specific needs and constraints of your situation. Remember, the goal of cryptography is to secure our digital world, and these techniques are the tools we use to achieve it.